Those who have never heard about the capital of Kyrgyzstan, Bishkek, can think if it is worth it to visit this city. That's why we made this video, where we will show you the places we visit and which we like the most, and you will be surprised to know how many cool things you can do in this overlooked capital city of Central Asia. Bishkek is the capital of Kyrgyzstan and has a population of fewer than 1.1 million people, with an average age of just 25 years. It's a modern and cosmopolitan city, but still preserves the essence of the Kyrgyz culture and Soviet architecture. Bishkek is also a very safe city to visit. While Bishkek is really beautiful, we wouldn't recommend staying there longer than a day or two, if you're in Kyrgyzstan just for a short time. So, let's see the points of interest we visited on our 2-day stay in Bishkek. In order not to miss our upcoming videos about Kyrgyzstan, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. First of all, and if you don't understand anything about Cyrillic characters, use the Google Translate app, choose the camera option and point to the text you want to translate. Don't forget to download the language you want. In this case, we downloaded Russian, as it was the best fit. You can't imagine the help it was. And we couldn't start that it was not the most photogenic and interesting place, the Osh Bazaar. Osh Bazaar is Bishkek's most famous bazaar. It is located on the west side of the city and is said to be operating in the same place for the last 2,000 years, being the oldest bazaar of Kyrgyzstan and the entire Central Asia region. While the Osh Bazaar is crowded, chaotic, it is definitely one of the most fascinating places in Bishkek simply for the fact that it is the best place to see a little piece of the Silk Road still at work and is one of the top places to visit in Bishkek for photographers. There are hundreds of products to choose from, especially in the spring and summer months when produce is fresh from farms in the outskirts of town. If you're looking for a fresh sheep's head, locally made Korean pickled salad, shashlik, any household items, souvenirs, musical instruments, or any type of Kyrgyz snack, this is the place for it. There is also a separate section on the south side of the bazaar where clothes are sold. In this part of the bazaar, you can find different traditional Kyrgyz clothes which you can buy as a souvenir of Bishkek. It's a place that is always full of activity and people come here every day to buy products from all over the Kyrgyz Republic. The most important rule in the bazaar: safety measures. All pockets, bags should be zipped. Documents, extra money, and valuable things should leave in the safe of your hotel or put in the back of the bag. As in all markets around the world, there are many pickpockets. The smell of spices, the crowd leaving little space to move, the haggling of smiling vendors, and much more gives you a vibe of the multicultural intensity of the bazaar. That is why the colorful Osh Bazaar will probably stay in your memory forever. In Bishkek, all roads eventually lead to Alatu, as this is the main square in the heart of the city. Alatu Square was built in 1984 in honor of the 60th anniversary of the Kyrgyz SSR. In 1991, when Kyrgyzstan gained independence, they renamed it to Alatu Square. Alatu literally means Great Mountain in Kyrgyz, and considering Kyrgyzstan is one of the most mountainous countries in the world, this is definitely an accurate name for this prominent square. Some of the notable structures and buildings in Alatu are the massive flagpole flying the Kyrgyz flag, the State History Museum, and a huge statue of Manas that overlooks the whole area. This statue was built to commemorate the 20th anniversary of Kyrgyzstan's independence. The History Museum, formerly known as the Lenin Museum, is closed for renovation and no announcements have yet been made on the reopening date. It is a really cool example of brutalist architecture that offers you a glimpse of the Soviet influence during its occupation. At the back of the museum, we can find a huge statue of Lenin. The statue is pretty impressive and is a fine work of art. In the center of the square, you can watch the changing of the guard ceremony, every couple of hours. Across the main street, on the other side of the square, there are a series of beautiful fountains and garden spaces where families spend their time socializing. Victory Square is probably one of my favorite squares downtown Bishkek. It is a memorial that was completed in 1984, the 40th anniversary of the victory over Nazi Germany in the Second World War. Victory Square includes a simple but imposing war monument with an eternal flame. This monument is designed to evoke three symbolic yurt struts curving above an eternal flame. In the center is a statue of a woman waiting for her husband to return from the war. The monument evokes all those who have fallen through the years for the sake of the country. The square is open and expansive and just nice for a walk around the monument. and enjoy the serenity that this square transmits to us. It's also great for photo shooting opportunities. When we left Victory Square from east to west, you will have Theatre Square, Opera and Ballet, and Oak Park, our next stop. From formal flower beds to tall oaks, the park is a green oasis of calm amidst the bustling capital city. Fountains delight the eye and add a soothing note of splashing water. Wide paved pathways are easy to stroll, rollerblade, or bicycle. Frequent park benches invite sitting, chatting, eating a snack, or people watching. Sculptures dot the parkscape: Karl Marx and Frederick Engels, on the north side, and Kermanjan Datka, an important Kyrgyz military and political leader of the 19th century, on the south side of the park. A monument to soldiers of the Red Guard who died suppressing the White Guard mutiny in 1933 near Bishkek is on the east side. Look for a granite obelisk with 4 cannons. Dotted around Oak Park are various sculptures. These date back to 1984 when the All-Union Sculptors Symposium was held in Frunze. Sculptors came from around the Soviet Union to display their works, created with the theme Work and Peace at the symposium, which was held in honor of the 60th anniversary of the creation of the Kyrgyz Autonomous Oblast. When the symposium ended, the sculptures remained, and even more, sculptures have been added over the years. The park is open 24 hours each day, free of charge, but is probably most pleasant in the daylight, either covered in snow or in the summer sun. 2 blocks west, past the government building and the statue of Lenin, we arrive at Panfilov Park. The park bears the name of hero of the Soviet Union, and the chairman of the military committee of the Kyrgyz SSR, Ivan Panfilov. It's easy to see that we arrived at the park because of the statue of Ivan Panfilov found at the south entrance. The park features a spacious play area for children with fun, albeit little dated rides. Enjoy a pleasant walk along with the verdant, tree-shaded lawns, sample some local snacks, or rest on a bench and people watch. Don't recommend getting any of the very popular milkshakes though, as it feels like you are drinking sweet plastic. Instead, we recommend ice cream, a real delight. The Opera House, on one side of Oak Park, is one of the city's landmarks. The venue hosts local and international opera and ballet presentations, as well as occasional classical concerts and other musical and artistic events. There are permanent opera and ballet groups in the theater, and also established cooperation with the visiting teams. This monument from the Soviet period was to commemorate the Soviet friendship of the Russians with the nations that they conquered. This impressive yet controversial monument is worth visiting and is only meters away from Alatu Square. It's a magnificent example of monumental Soviet art. This statue of man carrying horse on the way to Panfilov Park has a story very interesting. It's about a gigantic farmer who was able to carry his own horse, as depicted in this statue, and throw large boulders. This statue has attempted to emphasize its size and has made a very good effort. The Kyrgyz National Philharmonic is situated in the heart of Bishkek, accompanied by fountains and a large statue of Manas. The Philharmonic is named in honor of the composer and musician Toktogul Satilganov, one of the most influential figures in traditional Kyrgyz arts and literature. The building's architecture is brutalist from the Soviet era. Next to Theatre Square, we see the monument to martyrs of the revolution, also called the Statue of War. The main figure is Erkuya Saliba, an early socialist organizer in southern Kyrgyzstan, apparently murdered by rich peasants. Around her are the awakening proletariat. The monument was erected in 1978 by local sculptor Tinybek Sadikov. The monument won the All-Union Lenin Prize during the Soviet era, and it is an excellent example of statues from the Soviet era. If you're short on time to visit Kyrgyzstan, don't hesitate to contact Kyrgyz Riders Tours and our friend and guide them on. It's your best decision. We leave the contacts in the description of the video. We hope you like and subscribe to the channel, so you don't miss out on the next videos we share every week. Bishkek, as a city destination, can be visited all year round, but just remember that the winters can be cold and harsh. Summer can be stifling, but this is the best time of year to enjoy the rest of Kyrgyzstan when hiking conditions are optimal. Thanks for watching the video.